What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So let's have a talk for a little bit because a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but a couple of people that I see are asking me to just accept the win from CZ. Which, don't get me wrong, I am, happy that he's doing any type of burns. But to say that this was a win compared to what we just had before this, um, it's not, right? That's why I wanted to talk about this. And I had a spreadsheet breaking all of this down, and this is the reason why I'm saying it. It's not because I don't want to accept any type of win and that I'm always going to want more, which human nature, for just people, for just humans, will say that we're always greedy. We always want more. We always want it to happen faster. We're impatient. It's just so much that goes into it. But this is not a form of any of that. I'm not really impatient unless I'm waiting in like a line at Walmart. Sorry, Walmart, if you're watching this. Um, but what I can say that does happen to me in these times is the fact that when we ask for something and we get less of that and we settle for it, and then we also settle for even less, making it seem like it's more. That's not really a good situation at all. Most people don't understand how much of a difference you're going to have with this 0.1% versus what you would have with this 25%. And I did explain that in a previous video. If you want a full explanation as to what goes on there, we can definitely talk about that. And I'll show you guys in this video. But guys, if you could hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, if you guys want to check out some of the links down below, please do so. One of those links is for my Patreon, which we have a lot of people that are over there, and it's really a lot about mental strength when it comes to investing. And I want to pitch more of those types of videos because there's so much more to investing that people see or that people don't see and need to be aware of. So definitely go ahead and check out that stuff in the description. And if you guys want to follow any of my other YouTube channels, you definitely can. Now, as I was going through some responses, right, there's a lot of people that will just say, hey, stop. Stop with the negativity in any way. Know that my nature, obvious, or I don't even know how to say it, but my natural attitude, that's what I'm trying to say, is positive plus negative. I like to look at the devil's advocate side of things all the time. And the reason why that makes me, a good investor is because I'm always looking at the bad side of things as well as the good side. And if you look at the bad side, if you know that what's the worst that could happen, then you can assume what could be the best, what could be the middle ground, what could be a normal situation for our average investor. And that's what I feel like makes me successful in the investing space, not only cryptocurrency, but also the stock market. And, if I get into real estate, I'm sure I would be successful there as well. You have to look at all sides of the coin. You can't just sit here and say that, oh, this is nothing but positive and just sit on what we had, because we asked for 1.2%. We want the 1.2% to be implemented. And if we're going to boycott Binance because of a 25% of the overall volume in Binance being taxed, why would we celebrate when we're looking at 0.1% of every transaction? That's not anything to really celebrate about. Now, I on my spreadsheet, I realize there's a lot of variables. We have variables to where half the volume could be towards whales, or more than half the volume could be towards whales, but 25% of holders might not see a lot of impact there. But as we look through the spreadsheet, let me go ahead and bring this up on the screen. So let me go here. And then as we look through the spreadsheet, we're going to see, and I'm sorry for the bright screen, we're going to see that in the current state where they have the 0.1% fee, that's going to burn in 11 years versus what we just saw with 25% of holders. If we see that transaction that's going through with 25% or more of those holders on the Binance, platform, we're looking at 3.78 years. So almost 4 years that it could take. So that's half the amount of time, less than half the amount of time that it would take to burn off that entire supply. And obviously, if it was all of the volume, we would see basically less than a year for it to play out. Now, that's if the volume stays the same and if the price stays the same, as well as, or, at least the calculation between the two stays the same. And also, it says that 25% of holders hold 25% of the volume as well. So it's assuming a lot of things, not clear assumptions, not clear calculations as to how much of the 25% of holders will put towards the volume. But eventually that's the volume we could see on the platform. Now, we don't know what the volume will be. It could be way higher. We could see 49% decide to opt into the 25% there. Now, that's a way better proposal than what we are seeing now, because at max, we're burning off, in 11 years, right? At the best case scenario. And that's at minimum amount of years. But when it comes to the max amount of years that we could possibly see, that could be endless. We don't know how much volume will fully flow through there. And we can say that it's 500 million. We could say that's 1 billion, all of that, but we don't really know. So I understand where people are coming from, asking me, hey, dial it back and we should accept a win. It's not about just accepting a win, because accepting a win would be accepting any burn. So that's great if we see any type of burns, which does increase the price or increase the price potential. But if we're not burning enough, if we're burning a very low percentage of the entire amount, then it's not going to be a great situation for us. And also, this 1% fee is until further notice. It's not a permanent implementation of that position, which we expect to see with the 1.2% burn, a permanent implementation until we get to a level where we don't want to see any burns that are going through again. Once the on-chain burn stops, then the off-chain burns would stop as well. So no, I'm not going to accept any win. I'm happy that they are burning. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy that we're seeing a price increase, but this is not the answer. I don't want to create a lot of negativity, but I do want to say what we are going to do. So anyways, we're 7 minutes in. And I want to explain exactly what we should be doing. If we are, sorry about that, there's a subscriber, I guess. While we are looking at this as a situation, what we should do as holders of Terra Luna Classic, we should be reaching out to KuCoin, to Gate.io, retweeting whatever we can retweet to get them on board with the 1.2%. Because right now, Binance is going to have a stranglehold on the overall community. And you know how we don't want anybody to have one stranglehold or one ability to control exactly what the position is doing. So 1.2% over in KuCoin, over in Gate.io would be hands down the best thing that we could possibly do right now, or at least push for it. Because again, like other people said, the ball is in their court. It is. We need to see them implement something. And if they can implement something, we see a lot more success. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. It's nothing too crazy. I know I see both positives and negative sides. And sometimes when I see something positive that's happening, I express what could be negative about it. While everybody else is talking about how this is sunshine, rainbows, unicorns, and butterflies, it's not that, right? It's great. Don't get me wrong. Great that they're burning. Any burn is better than nothing. But if a community is calling for a boycott of Binance for 25% of holders and 25% of volume, why would we settle for 0.1%? I don't know why that's a compromise. Is that a compromise, or did CZ just say, you know what, we're going to do this because we're just eating our own fees? We didn't ask for you to eat your own fees. We asked for you to give us the 1.2%. That's it, right? So I don't mean to create any type of controversy or anything. I know this sounds negative, but you kind of have to be sometimes. But again, I'm nowhere am I saying that I'm not bullish on Lunic, because I still am bullish on Lunic, and I think we are going to implement things the right way soon. It's just going to take a little bit of back and forth in order to get to the places we need to get to. And I promise, as time goes on and as I have more reactions, my attitude will probably dial down a bit and get more analytical on things, rather than, kind of sometimes cutthroat the way that I could be. So I apologize for that if that's the way that I seem. So guys, if you are interested in any of this information, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. I know there are a ton of scammers that are down there, so beware of those that are trying to impersonate me. I will not reach out to you. I will not DM you. I will not do any of that. First, if you DM me, I will reach out to you, but make sure you're DMing the right Matthew Perry, the right Perry 8K over on Twitter. So Anyways, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.